Hi, my amazing, fabulous firsties. Miss Reyes here with your science lesson for the week. And this week in science, we are going to be learning about objects in the sky. And specifically, we're going to be learning about the moon. So I have this fun book that I'm going to read. It's called Moon, and it's called The Earth's Best Friend. And it was written by Stacy McNulty and illustrated by Stevie Lewis. Okay, so it's going to give us lots of interesting facts about the moon. And I know your science activity this week is to write, using complete sentences, 3 facts on a piece of paper about the moon, and then make sure you have capitalization, punctuation, finger spaces, and you're using your very best handwriting. Okay, so let's go ahead and start talking about or reading the book, Moon, Earth's Best Friend. Our universe, Moon, Earth's best friend. Written by, well, oh my goodness, this book was written by Moon with Stacy McNulty, illustrated by Moon with the help of Stevie Lewis. It's an exciting book. Look up, look up, look up. It's me, Moon. I'm Earth's best friend. Where Earth goes, I go. We have been together since the beginning. Almost. Let me tell you our story. Once upon a time. About 4.5 billion years ago, a space rock the size of Mars crashed into baby Earth. Big ol' mess. Pieces of rock, chunks of earth, and even lava were blasted into space. This crash trash came together to make me a satellite. So the moon is also called a satellite. Okay, so let's see what satellite means. Actually, I'm Earth's only natural satellite. Natural, not created by Earthlings. And satellite, I circle the Earth. So the moon is a natural satellite, meaning it's not created by humans, and it circles the Earth. She has thousands of human-made satellites too. They're mostly metal and plastic. Not exactly best friend material. Guess that makes me Earth's #1 real sidekick. It takes me 27.3 days to go around Earth once. It also takes me 27.3 days to spin once. Coincidence? I think not. Means I'm dependable. My face always smiles at Earth. You never see my backside. But you probably noticed I look different every night. Fun, right? Check out my phases. So here are the phases of the moon. And there are 8 phases of the moon. But in first grade, we learn about the 4 main phases. And the 4 main ones that we learn about is the full moon, the first quarter, the new moon, and the last quarter. But here's the other phases that the moon goes through. Some other planets have best friends too. I am Moon, but I am not the only moon in the solar system. Of all the moons, I am the 5th biggest. Okay, so Jupiter and moons, and then Mars and moons, Neptune and moons, Uranus and moons, There's Io, Titan, Callisto, Gan Ganymede. Those are all the other moons that the other planets in our solar system have. I will always be Earth's pal, but that doesn't mean we're twinsies. She's bigger, 4 times bigger. And her gravity is 6 times stronger. And gravity is the invisible force that makes an apple fall to the ground instead of flying up to the sky. So Earth is 4 times bigger than the moon. A cow that weighs 600 pounds on Earth would only weigh 100 pounds on me. Wow, and that's all because of gravity in the atmosphere. Speaking of cows, Earth has cows and nursery rhymes starring cows, but a cow has never jumped over me. I'm too far away for even a kangaroo to make that big leap. The average distance between Earth and me is 238,855 miles. You could fit 30 Earths in that distance, and probably a gazillion cows. BFFs help each other out. I keep Earth from being too wobbly. This might be the most important thing I do, and you probably didn't even know about it. With me, gentle spinning, my gravity at work. Without me, topsy-turvy, don't worry, moon gazers, you're never without me. So with the moon, gentle spinning that we can't feel. Without the moon, it would be total chaos, topsy-turvy. I don't disappear during the day. I'm always here for Earth. You just can't see me when it's super bright out, or when it's cloudy, or when I'm on the other side of the Earth. I can prove I'm always here. Check out the ocean's tides. So even though we don't see the moon during the day, it is always there. It's always there. And we see it at night because the light from the sun reflects off of the moon. And so that's why we see the moon, and sometimes during the day also. High tide happens twice a day. Low tide happens twice a day. That's gravity again, my gravity pulling on the Earth's oceans. I have the best view of Earth, and Earth has the best view of me. But some Earthlings wanted to see me up close. I'm the only other place in the universe where man has set foot. And I do mean man. I'm still waiting for my first female astronaut. I've had 12 moonwalkers and a few left footprints. And some of those footprints are still here. No wind or rain or snow to mess them up. Other things you won't find on me. You won't find oxygen, mosquitoes, which is good, I think, plants, animals, liquid water. You would never find those things on the moon. The things you will find on me are rocks, really big rocks, more rocks, and presents from Earth, stuff left behind by untidy astronauts. They've left nail clippers, they've left a golf ball, they've left a falcon feather, a hammer, and the American flag. All of those things are on the moon from those astronauts. Earth and I have so much fun together. Like when we play eclipse. Solar eclipse! I hide sun for a few minutes and we play during the day. Lunar eclipse is Earth's shadow passes over me. We play this at night. So the moon and the Earth have solar eclipse. That happens during the day. And the lunar eclipse happens at night. I'm always here for Earth. I'm always here for you. Where Earth goes, I go. And where Earth goes, you go. Guess that makes us best friends too. Okay, so that was a pretty awesome book. We got to see what the moon thought or thinks about the Earth. And we learned a lot of cool facts too. So we're going to look in just a second at some of those facts. So hold tight just a second. If you need to get a paper and a pencil, go ahead and do that because the next part of this activity, the next thing we're going to do in this video is look at those facts, and you'll have some time to write some down if you need to. Hi, my fabulous firsties. So we are now over here on this side, and right here I have an anchor chart, and it's called the moon because on this anchor chart we are going to identify some facts that's going to help you learn about the moon and also help you with your required science activity this week. Okay, so the first fact that we're going to look at is the moon is a natural satellite. Satellite means to circle the Earth. So the moon is a natural satellite, meaning it was made in nature, or rather human beings, earthlings, as the moon called it, did not create the moon. And the moon is a satellite because it circles the Earth. So there's one of our first facts. Let's see. The moon goes through phases approximately every 29 days. And those phases are what we see in the sky. And it's a cycle. It starts over every single month. Okay, let's see what another fact is. Another fact, we see the moon because of the sun's reflection. So remember, the moon does not have its own light source. The moon, just like we on Earth, we get the light from the sun. The moon also gets the light from the sun. Oh, let's see what's the next fact. Oh, the moon is always in the sky, but we may not see it during the day because the sun is so bright. But over the next week or so, look outside during the day when you go on a walk or you play outside. See if you can see the moon in the sky. There's certain times of year you can see it all the time. Okay, let's see. What about this one? There are craters on the moon. Craters are round holes that are not deep. So the moon has those craters all over the surface of it. Humans can see the moon better by using what is that? Did you say telescope? Yes, how many of you have a telescope? I have one. If you have one, the next time in the evening, go outside with mom and dad, of course, and look up at the moon and see how close you can see. See, okay, that didn't sound right. See if you can see it better and see if you can see the surface. Okay, let's see. The next fact, we only see one side of the moon. We never see the back side of the moon. We only see, because when the moon is circling or orbiting around the Earth, that we only see that one side. We never get to see the other side. Let's see. There have been 12 astronauts visit the moon. So there have been 12 astronauts, and they've all been what? men, but the moon is waiting for the first female astronaut to come and visit. Let's see. Oh, on July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon. So in 1969, these two men were the first ones to walk on the moon. Isn't that pretty awesome? Okay, let's see. We got another fact. Oh, the American flag is on the moon. Yes, the American flag is on the moon. And who do you think might have put the American flag on the moon? Do you think Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin might have had something to do with that? I think so. Okay, so these are our facts about the moon. So what you can do now, read your in your science book. It's only about 2 pages about the moon. That's why I liked to do the book Moon, because our science book doesn't give us a lot of facts. But what you can do now is you're going to get a piece of paper and you're going to put a title called The Moon, and then you can start with number 1, and I want you to write one of the most interesting facts that you learned about the moon. But remember, use those complete sentences, use a capital letter, use punctuation, use those finger spaces. And so you're going to write 3 facts about the moon. And then when you're done with that, if you want to, you can illustrate a small picture on it and color it, and of course put your name on it. And then this is what Mom and Dad is going to send to your teacher, whether it's me or Miss Gray or Miss Carmona. Okay, so this is your required activity. Okay, boys and girls, it was awesome learning about the moon together. I hope you have an amazing week. And remember, if you have any questions, let your parents know so they can contact us and we can help you in any way we can.